Welcome to this brief introduction to Stratex Systems and its solution StratexPoint, an integrated strategy execution and risk management application built on the Microsoft SharePoint platform. As you can see, our mission is all about delivering integrated strategy and risk management solutions that deliver real, tangible benefits and give you 100% confidence that your business is operating within appetite. StratexPoint is fast developing a reputation for delivering real, tangible bottom line benefits, and certainly for this client here, that's been achieved. The application is designed to enable clients to control their risks while executing strategy, and it does that by bringing together three main disciplines: strategy management, performance management and risk management, and it brings those disciplines together through risk appetite. So in essence, what it allows companies to understand and monitor and manage is, what are they trying to achieve, i.e. what are our objectives, how much risk are we willing to run, or indeed how much risk do we have to run to achieve those objectives, i.e. what's your risk appetite, and then on an ongoing basis, are we on track and are we continuing to operate within appetite. Part of the process of implementing this sort of system means that we encourage the right culture and mindset to develop. A culture and mindset we would talk about as being strategy focused and risk aware, and we support that entire approach through governance processes and tools built into the solution. As we mentioned, StratexPoint is designed to deliver real benefits, and certainly getting a track record of doing that, and you can see some of the results that we've achieved with clients in the financial services space, and also Standard & Poor's during a ratings visit made some very positive comments about the deployment of our solution as an operational risk management tool. Now let's go on to demonstration. So very briefly, here we are on the front screen. As you can see, it's a SharePoint application and it's personalised to me as a user. I've got a couple of dashboards here, just my objectives, my risks, give me a quick heads up of where we are. And also over here I've got an update panel which tells me all the things I need to update today. If I scroll down a little, I can see I've got over here Stratex Wall, which is basically a record of all the transactions that have taken place in the system during the day, and it's designed to encourage people to engage in updating the system, a little bit of peer pressure, and also from a regulatory point of view, this is a great way to demonstrate that you're actually embedding and using your risk management framework. So we'll just have a quick look at a couple of key tools. Firstly, let's look at our strategy map. We pick which entity we want the strategy map to appear for, and the strategy map is automatically generated based on your Stratex framework. You can see that I've got my objective here, increase shareholder value. I'm displaying on the objective my aggregated view of average KPIs, average KRIs and average KCIs for that particular objective. And you can see that we've got some perspectives down the side here. While we're using the standard Kaplan and Norton perspectives, you could use any ones you wish. Going back to the front page, we'll just run a risk map, and while that's running, I'll also run my control self-assessment dashboard. So a standard heat map, we use the 4 quadrants to align to the strategy map and enable clients to understand where the actual risks lie in terms of, is it really in the customer or finance, or is it a process thing or a people thing? So this is just a good conversation tool to really help people understand where their risks lie, to spot clusters of risk and understand levels of heat being ran. As you expect from this kind of tool, if we double click on any item, it takes us through to a lower level of detail, giving us all sorts of information about the risks and last update dates, etc. We'll just run this report now, which is a control self-assessment report. This is the dashboard that our clients typically run to support the control self-assessment process and that typically is run on a monthly or quarterly basis depending on the organisation. As you can see, this gives you a nice summary of your status of all your controls. We represent that, an overall summary in a pie, and then we can break that down by entity and the effectiveness levels. Coming back to the front page again, one of the key visualizations or key tools that we deliver as part of the solution is called the appetite alignment matrix, and this allows our clients to understand where they're taking too much or too little risk. So we map appetite along the bottom. Up the side here we've got exposure in the 4 standard buckets, and essentially what we're saying is if you're on the diagonal, your risk taking, i.e. your current risk exposure, and your business strategy represented through your risk appetite are aligned. Whereas the strategy map tells you what you're trying to achieve and progress status of that, and the risk map tells you how much risk you're taking, the appetite alignment matrix really gives you the so what. We'll just come back to the front page here. There's a whole series of other dashboards that we could look at, and I'll just give you a more kind of tactical view of a indicator dashboard, and this is just looking at a standard KPI view of the world. Again, we'll run for the Simple Bank Group. We can just see, there's my objectives, I've got some indicators, what's the status, last update times, trends over time, and if I wish I can add commentary or view commentary. All of the objectives and risks and things we define in the system are built around an organisational hierarchy. As you can see, in this case Simple Bank Group has got pretty much a regional structure, but then we've got an executive office out the side here. And in the lower panel you can see different initiatives and objectives related to the Simple Bank Group, and we can expand those out and see related risks, KPIs, controls, KRIs, etc. To understand how we update the data in the system, there's really 2 ways. Firstly, there's the automated data feeds that you can take from your corporate systems, or alternatively, if you are updating data manually, there's these simple forms. These forms deliver to you the items you need to update. So in this case we need to update the indicators, and you can see we can see the indicator with the trend graph in below. Very simple process of update, and if we want we can add some commentary. We can also see the last few months averages and how our trends are shaping up. We have a similar form for risk assessments, which we simply base our risk assessments on inherent and residual impacts and likelihoods. So we'll type in a risk assessment, inherent value 2 million, likelihood of it happening 75%, post controls we believe it's more like 1 million and 35%. And you can see we've got a nice little heat map here at the bottom. Very similar for control assessments. We assess our controls based on design and performance, and we just simply pick from the drop down. And we have similar forms for certification, for initiative prioritization, initiative updates and action updates. Should we wish to record a risk event, the first screen you're brought to is the registration form. Once registered, the system walks you through each one of these stages. After registration, risk events, risk event estimation, i.e. how much does we think this is going to cost us, investigation, what caused the event to materialise, root cause analysis, resolution, approval of the resolution, making of the payments, and reconciliation back to the general ledger. And as you can see at each one of these stages, I've got a number of items that I need to action. That really concludes this brief introduction. I hope this gives you a feel for the solution, and we look forward to talking to you in the near future. Thank you.